Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Treasure Trove Tarot, also known here on YouTube as Mystic Moon. Welcome to my second channel and welcome to your weekly forecast. So today we're using 3 different decks and I will put the link down below where you guys can purchase them if you are interested. Obviously, just take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. So what we're going to do is we're going to use an oracle deck. This is called Star Witch Oracle by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. And we're just going to get topics basically. So whatever we need to know, we're going to just trust that Spirit's going to bring it through today for whoever needs to hear the message. All right, so let's go ahead and get our first topic for this week. What's going to be happening this week, or what's the major focus for this week? Ooh, we have feathers, you guys. That's awesome. So you guys might be seeing feathers in your path. I know me, I'm finding little miniature feathers. They're like a mini, okay? And I actually relate that to Chibs, who recently passed away, my cat. And it's funny because he was a mini cat. He never grew, even though he had this gigantic appetite. He was just the runt of his litter and he just never grew. So I always called him a mini cat. So I'm like, I'm seeing many feathers and I know it's him. So spiritual signs and synchronicity. So if you guys are just seeing things over and over and over again, you know, this is about not discounting that, you know, really trying to figure out what is Spirit, you know, sending your way and why. Also, different colored feathers have specific meanings as well. So definitely look those up. Now, it doesn't just have to be feathers. This could be coins. This could be certain songs that you guys are hearing, or just certain things that just come at you. And it's very synchronistic. Like, wow, you know, once or twice, okay, but 3 times, I really need to pay attention here. So there's some kind of a message in regards to your spirit team trying to get your attention about something specific. Okay. So this is my Mystics Midnight Tarot. Let's go ahead and get a message here about the synchronicities or why Spirit is trying to get your attention. Ooh, we have the Lady of Demons, which is the Page of Swords, sniffing things out. Ooh, okay. To me, could be a warning for some of you guys, like, think before you speak, make sure that you examine the details before you just jump into something. That's what I'm getting here. So what this is telling me is that if there is a contract or there is a job that is coming through or somebody wants to partner up with you, make sure that you take a little bit of time to read the fine print, because the Page of Swords can sometimes indicate legal documents, you guys. It can indicate where you really need to use your logic and your rational thinking with things and kind of pull your emotions. This is not a knee-jerk reaction, just going with the flow or being impulsive. This is the absolute opposite of that. This is actually telling you to really think about something before you either commit yourself or before you make contact with someone or before you make a decision, like an important decision. So if you guys are feeling like, I'm not sure if I should contact someone, or I'm not sure if I should do this or do that, maybe ask for signs from your spirit team. And it doesn't have to be in the form of feathers, but it could just be ask for spiritual signs. And after seeing certain signs, it's like you're going to know whether that's a yes or a no or what you should do. So that could be something that you guys are really relying upon heavily this week, is your spirit team communicating with you about some decision or some sort of communication that you're supposed to either make or that's coming to you. That's what I'm getting here. It's something coming to you. All right, this is the Animal Totems Affirmations deck by Divine Love Healing. Oh, we have the Crow. That's very interesting because the Crow can sometimes be a messenger. I let go of what no longer serves my highest and greatest good. Very interesting. So if something is, I feel, because the crow or the raven can sometimes be a prophecy of like a bad omen or something that is shadowy or somewhat negative or challenging. So I do feel like this feathers of a bird, birds of the same feathers flock together. If you guys are dealing with a group of people where suddenly you're on the outs, or you're like the outcast, or you feel like a group of people at work or friends or family are somewhat, kind of campaigning, or there's one person that's trying to create a campaign against you, I definitely feel what Spirit is trying to tell you to do is to pull yourself out of that situation. Let go as best as you possibly can. Try not to get involved with arguing with people that do not give a shit or do not have a conscience or don't want to listen to you because they just want drama. Okay? So it's kind of like, is it worth the argument? Is it worth your time? Is it worth even your communication? You know, sometimes people believe that they need to get something off their chest. Makes sense. Other times, silence is golden. Silence is better. So I feel like you guys this week will be, kind of like in a situation where you're going to really have to think if something is worth your time and energy any longer, or if being involved in something or having that conversation is worth your time. Some of you, it might be this is the thing where you're going to gain closure in a situation, or you're just going to be able to speak your truth. Okay. And the speaking your truth can clear an argument. It can clear the air. It can help to put you and someone or a situation back on track. So this does not have to be totally negative throughout across the board, but I just feel like you guys are either asking for spiritual signs or you're getting signs on what to do about a challenging situation that involves communication or making a decision that's for your highest good. So it's kind of like you might have to think about what's in my best interest this week instead of focusing on what someone else wants or what somebody else is feeling. It's kind of like you're putting the focus more on self-care this week, and you're kind of doing away with worrying about what other people will think or what other people will say or do behind your back. Look, guys, people are going to say what they will. People are going to judge you and make an opinion about you and call you names that are not true. And sometimes you just have to get to a point where you're just like, you know what? It's not even worth the argument. If you want to call me this and you want to box me or put me on this label on me and say I'm this bad person or whatever, then we're not on the same page. You obviously don't get me, and there's no talking to you. There's no communicating with you. Sometimes you do have to walk away and cut ties with toxic people like that because they're just not in a space where they either want to understand or can understand or just have that conversation. So I feel like some of you guys are just getting to a point with someone or a situation where maybe there's just it's the end of the road. It's kind of like, let's just agree to disagree and go our own separate ways. And others of you could be that you're going to confront something this week and it's going to help you perhaps to fix the situation or even leave the situation. Very interesting. So that first set of messages was pretty intense. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get another message. Oh, we have fairy dust. Anything is possible. I love this. So that fairy dust energy could be things that we're dreaming about, things that we're wishing for, kind of like a wish upon a star, something that's kind of magical, that moves us, that inspires us, etc. So anything is possible, with our dreams and our fantasies and things like that. Like, what are we going to put our energy into? So let's go ahead and see what this is about. So I feel like that message is don't stop dreaming. Ooh, Lord of Blood, which is the Knight of Cups, romantic pursuit. Ooh, I like that. So I feel that anything is actually possible. So if you guys are perhaps waiting to be courted by someone, this is connected to Pisces, by the way. But if you guys are waiting on someone to pursue you, or does someone care about you, or is it possible that you'll meet someone new? What Spirit is saying here is anything is actually possible. So it's not about throwing caution to the wind or anything like that, but it's realizing that, don't give up. Don't give up on love, or don't give up on a situation that you feel like you feel a magical sort of energy or spiritual connection with someone, or whatever that means to you. Whatever it is that you guys are dreaming about or really want, actually anything is possible, especially in the love department is what I'm getting there with that Knight of Cups. Because usually this is somebody that's coming in with their cup and they are confessing their love for you, or their interest in you, or they're pursuing you, courting you. So it is possible that someone could do this, someone is interested, someone is planning this, or that this could be a new person showing up in your life. We have squirrel. I am prepared for all possible outcomes of this situation. So we have anything is possible, and this is about being prepared for all possible outcomes. Very interesting. Squirrel. So I feel like what this is trying to say, you guys, is that maybe something that you have been dreaming about, but it's always been kind of like out of reach. It seems like it's been impossible, or it's just a fantasy. I'm just saying something could shift this week to where you're getting some sort of proof that someone feels a certain way, thinks a certain way. You get a sign. Whatever this is, it could basically help you to kind of figure out what's possible with this person. It could even be what's not possible, but I'm not getting that. I'm getting anything is possible. And preparing for all possible outcomes. So yeah, there's many outcomes here. There's many things that could possibly happen. Free will also comes into play. So it is about someone either doing something and making a decision and pursuing you, or maybe holding back and not making that decision. But what I'm getting here is that someone does feel romantic towards you. They feel a certain way towards you, and they want something with you, whether it's an old person or someone current or new, it doesn't matter. Someone is interested. So something is possible in the love department. And I feel like something will be revealed to you guys this week about that situation or your love life. Very cool. All right, let's go ahead and get another. Okay, so we have uncrossing to undo what was done. Ooh, uncrossing. So this means that we are no longer going to be blocked. We're no longer going to feel stagnated or, like we can't do something about a situation. We can't control other people, but what we can do is we can uncross ourselves by pulling out a stuck energy, no longer banging our head against a wall or banging on a closed door. That's how you're going to uncross yourself, okay? You're going to undo what was done by no longer putting effort into a situation or just kind of maybe even disconnecting from an outcome. That can also be uncrossing, where we are taking our expectations off of the table and we're just letting things, I guess, flow in some sort of aspect of our lives. Okay, so let's see what else. Yep, we have something is lifted this week. There is a relief. Something gets better, you guys. With the sun's energy, absolutely. This is Leo, by the way. There's something that comes to light this week, something that was not working or something that was blocked, or you felt like you weren't really experiencing any growth or movement in your life. This is coming to a close this week. So there's something that is being realized. Someone is having an epiphany. I feel like for some of you guys, if you've put a lot of effort and time into a person or a situation, you kind of like going like this week and letting go. I almost feel what this does is it lifts the energy off of this entire situation. And I feel like that's probably why we have this card here, which is anything is possible. So yes, anything is possible, especially when we're prepared that, you know what, whatever is meant to be will simply be. And that's really what I'm getting here for you guys, is you're just kind of letting go of any kind of expectations or any kind of anger or unforgiveness or bitterness that you might have towards someone or a situation or a person. It's like you're releasing yourself, and so the sun can shine in your life once again, because we see Medusa here, and Medusa can be very vengeful. You know, she could be very, very vengeful. And, the story behind Medusa, she turns men to stone. And, but there's this curse, she's cursed to never experience love or experience happiness, because it's all under this energy of rage and revenge. So I just feel like you guys are releasing something. You're letting go of something, and you're letting whatever is meant to be will be. That's what I'm getting here. And so this is actually going to have a really positive effect in your life, and it's going to release a lot of energy that seems to be tightly bound or has been bound for a while. All right, so let's go ahead and get another message. Fox, I adapt through change. I love that. So the fox is very stealthy, very resourceful, kind of flies under the radar, a little sly. And I just kind of feel like also, if some of you guys have been putting a lot of information out, okay? And for me, this is a lesson that I've had to learn over the years since starting Mystic Moon. I'm a double fire sign. So I'm double Sag here. That means I have a sun sign in Sagittarius, and my rising sign is also Sagittarius. My frickin' Mercury is Aries. I got a lot of frickin' fire. I'm a hothead. And a lot of times I'm very, very passionate, either very loving or very anger filled. And so that intensity can sometimes turn a lot of people off. And I've always had this like feeling of, well, this is just who I am. And if people can't deal with it, then, see ya, whatever. And sometimes people actually are really attracted to that. But I would say 3/4 of the people in my life have been put off by that energy. And so I started to run my channel that way, where I was just like, I'll say anything I want. This is what I think. This is what, I'm feeling in the moment, and just kind of dumping it all out there instead of running a business. I'm not trying to be an influencer. I'm a tarot card reader, for Christ's sake. If I wanted to be an influencer, then that would be a different story. I put my personal stuff out there. Anyways, my point is less is more. And I'm learning this as I age. Less is more, And so you're adapting through all of these things. You're adapting through, I have this new understanding, or wow, you know what? Okay, I'm going to do things this way, and I'm going to see how that actually, is going to be a better outcome for me. So the reason that I'm saying this, you guys, is because I feel like perhaps the reason that Spirit's giving me that example, like my own example, maybe there's something that we've been doing. There's a certain program that we've been running for a long time. And even though we've held tightly onto it, like this is who I am and this is just the way it's going to be and I'm not going to change, there might be some program that has been running in your life for a while, a story that you've been telling yourself, or a certain way that, I'm going to be this way and I'm not going to change. I feel like something may have happened, something may have come to life, or you've had enough issues either in your love life, your friendships, your business, family, whatever it is, to finally kind of look at everything. Okay. And it's not about blaming ourselves, but it is about kind of looking at our part in situations and where we might be able to improve and change for the better. So less is more. The fox kind of flies under the radar. He's not completely putting all of his plans or over communicating. That's another thing. I am a words of affirmation person. I absolutely love conversations. I love talking. I love putting everything out there. But unfortunately, people in my past have used things that I have told them out of confidence, or just, just being vulnerable, and have used that against me. Now, that doesn't mean that I am not going to still be that person. I'm just going to be a little bit more careful and put more time and effort, like time and energy into getting to know someone and really feeling like, hey, you know what? I feel like I've done enough time with this person to kind of know who they are, and sometimes that fails too. But anyways, my point is that something that we've been doing that hasn't been working, we're no longer doing that. We're pulling out of some kind of behavior. Nowhere to hide means this is the end of the road. It's like a moment, a major epiphany of, okay, you know what? Enough is enough. I get it. Okay, fine. I'll try something else. I'll do something different. Because what do they say? Doing the same thing over and over again and continuously getting the same result is the definition of insanity. And I just feel like you guys have run something to the ground, and it's time now for you to adapt to what's not adapt to making some changes because something isn't working. I don't know what that is for you guys. I don't know what behavior that could be or what situation in your life, but the sun is illuminating. We can't run from the truth. The truth is in our face saying it might be ugly, but here it is. And you're going to have to adapt through making certain changes. You're going to have to accept something. You're going to have to really deal with something. And what this is going to do is it's really going to unblock you and uncross you moving forward. It's a very positive thing. But no one said that growth feels awesome all the time. Sometimes it just downright sucks. So anyways, that's what we have. And like I said, you guys, a lot of the ways that I've grown, it hasn't been pretty. Oh God. Oh my Lord. It has not been pretty. But you know what? It was necessary. It was really necessary. So I just feel like that could be something that you guys are going through too. All right, let's go ahead and get another card. Hey, we have the fox spirit coming through again. That's pretty cool. So this is just being confirmed. And these are two different decks. So the fox spirit is a spirit animal that is with us this week and reminding us. It does say cunning, slick, and sly. You know, that's the thing. I feel like when you're an empath, you're very sensitive. You're a person of truth. You're a person that wants to speak truth always. It can sometimes be difficult to get into that mindset of less is more, because we almost feel like we're being inauthentic if we're not saying something, if we're not sharing what we're feeling or thinking, or if we're not trying to, help someone with their problems. But the thing is that less is more can sometimes be a little bit healthier for everyone. It could be healthier for you, and it can also be healthier for the people that you're dealing with, because sometimes, especially like our children, we don't want them to suffer, but sometimes suffering is the only way that someone is going to grow. Sometimes we don't want to say no to someone because we don't want to disappoint them, but you know what? People do not know boundaries if they don't hear the word no sometimes. If you eat all the candy in the world and eat whatever you want whenever you want, there's going to be consequences. You're probably not going to feel good deep down inside within your body physically, or you're going to just have extra weight that's not going to make you feel good or healthy. So there's consequences to all actions. And I feel like when you're an empath and you're a giving person and you're a person of truth, you always want to be truthful. But sometimes the truth does not always set us free. I always used to think that the truth will set you free. Bullshit. Sometimes there's certain things that I wish that I wouldn't have heard. I would have been totally fine not hearing that. I would have been totally fine not knowing that. It wouldn't have changed my life either way. But sometimes that truth, right, kind of like coming out of the matrix, can really be, oh God, you know what I mean? But anyways, that's not really what the message is. The message is that it's time for us to take care of ourselves. Be a little cunning if you have to. Some of us might struggle with integrity, or we might struggle with, well, I don't want to do the wrong thing. I don't want to do this because it might hurt someone. Sometimes our ego is in place for a reason, to save your ass in situations, or to navigate relationships with people that are freaking dark as hell, as in their shadow and their ego are at the forefront of everything that they do. Your narcissists, your psychopaths, your sociopaths, whatever. You're going to need to take care of yourself in those kinds of situations. Your empathic ass and being loving and giving and kind, sometimes that ain't going to help. That's actually going to get you hurt. And so I just feel like this is us learning how to navigate life and all the different people that come in different forms in this life. Not everybody is of the light and not everybody is of the dark. Some people are just right in the middle, but you've got to learn how to discern between everything. So I feel like that fox spirit is really helping us. So if you've been hurt a lot, taken advantage a lot, been betrayed a lot, etc., this is Spirit's way of helping you to strengthen that shadow aspect of you in order to be able to navigate this world properly and to survive and to, thrive also while you're here on this planet. I love it. Lady of Hell is the Page of Wands inspired. The pages to me are also students. So it's kind of like the beginning of your growth. And I'm not saying that you guys are just at the beginning stages of your spiritual journey or spiritual growth or ascension. It just means that let the pain inspire you. Let people that hurt you teach you something of value. Let that pain matter. Let it be a motivator for the things that you want to create and who who you want to ultimately become in the long run. Don't allow these people to create hell on earth for you. Just continue to learn. And also learn how to deal with people, because sometimes, you guys, we can't step away from our jobs. We can't step away from family. Maybe some of us can't even step away from certain just people in our lives. Like, you might be divorced and you have to deal with someone because you have kids with someone. We can't always step away. But what you can do is you can change a little bit of the vibration. You can change a little bit of the way that you approach the situation and what you do and what you don't do. You absolutely can. So you're going to learn as you go along. You're going to learn a lot about yourself, and you're also going to learn a lot about people and motivations and psychology and what makes people tick, etc. So I just feel like what we're meant to do right now is and it's funny because the raccoon just fell in my lap, so we'll take that. Oh, I love it. I am resourceful even in difficult times. Ooh, you want to talk about the fox and the raccoon? Very similar to me with being resourceful, okay? They're very resourceful and they know how to take care of themselves. And that raccoon is also wearing a mask. So we don't have to completely reveal what we're thinking or doing to everyone. It's not about deceiving people, but it's about learning to be a little sly and knowing that you don't have to answer every question. You do not have to tell someone what you're thinking. You don't have to do anything it is that you don't want to do. This is about holding some stuff back. This is about keeping your cards closer to your chest, because I feel like some of you guys have been through hell and back with certain people. And look at this card. There's these skeletons that are trying to grab at her. So this could be people from your past, people that are not even in your life anymore, really took from you, but it's almost like their energy is still haunting you. And in a way, I'm not trying to say let it haunt you, but let it be a reminder of what you're not going to deal with ever again, what you're not going to put up with. Let those lessons really marinate and let it inspire you to be a stronger version of yourself moving forward. So I don't know who these animals have been in your life that have been scavengers and taking from you and trying to, survive and give you nothing. But what I'm getting here is that you don't have to become them or join them, but you can learn something from these shadowy types of people from your past and just become stronger. I love that message. It's beautiful, actually. All right, let's go ahead and get another. We have Sabbath. So this right here, it says reunion, coming together, and celebration. So this is like a holiday, basically. Now, not everybody celebrates holidays, but this is just like a time of year that's special to you. This is also about coming together with friends. This is about maybe making plans with a friend. It doesn't have to be a big group of people, but making plans with people to come together. This could be trying to have a reunion with somebody from the past. So let's see what this is about. Okay, so we have the 10 of Demons, inevitable ending, 10 of Swords. I feel like something that ended for you and someone else, there might be an opportunity for you guys to come together again and give this like another go, okay? I feel like somebody from your past could come back, as in you thought that it was completely over, but I feel like something had to end at that time because maybe you and another person were not on the same page, or you just weren't ready for each other. So there's a message here about that. And we have the Bear. I honor my desire to be in solitude. Interesting. Somebody needed to be alone. That's the message. Somebody was not ready. They had to be on their own. They had to learn on their own journey some big, big things, okay? They needed to go into this hibernation mode. And so this could be somebody that you haven't heard from in a while. This could be 10 plus years for some of you guys. This could be a long time, but it could be that on a holiday or an upcoming celebration, you could meet up with this person, see them again, hear from them again, kind of coming out of hibernation, something coming back to life after being, dead and in hibernation mode for a really long time. Okay, so we've got 2 cards that want to pop out. Ooh, wow. Okay. So this Justice energy, this is Libra, and this is Aquarius. So some of you guys, it could be an air sign, or this could just be maybe even the timing here. So this would be October is Libra's energy here for me. October, the 10th month, perhaps you could hear from someone. This is a king of swords, somebody who's coming with truth, somebody who is wanting to, they're using or will use strategy in the way that they approach you. So it's not somebody that's going to just, it's not going to be like a casual, like, hey, what's going on? Haven't heard from you in a while. No, it might be someone coming through with an apology. The reason I say that is because we have consequences, and consequences usually indicate some sort of karmic consequence, a decision that was made in the past, and maybe that created this Ten of Swords, backstabbing even type of energy. Somebody could have went into hiding because they hurt you, but now they're coming back. Now they're coming to apologize, make wrongs right with you, communicating with you. The king is somebody who is owning something. They're owning their truth. They're offering you some sort of clarity, and maybe they need it too. Maybe they needed to put themselves into this position, and after this period of isolation and this period of separation, maybe they're ready now to actually do this. They're in a position to make contact. They're in a position to tell you something. And so this could be, something that you're getting signs about this week. Remember, signs and synchronicities, seeing certain things. Maybe you guys are getting signs that someone is coming back into your life, or that somebody's going to make contact with you, or you're just starting to be reminded of someone all the time again. That could be because they're in your energy field. They're thinking about you too. They're wanting to make contact. They're sorry. They're wanting to make wrongs right. Very interesting. So this could be up and coming. We are in July right now, so that's 3 months away. That could be something that you guys are feeling right now. So, very interesting stuff this week, you guys. So I hope that there was something in here that resonated with you. And thank you guys so much for being here. All right, take care. Bye-bye.